Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Bernadette from Burnt Stitches. Happy February everyone. This is my first video of 2024. I hope you're all doing good. It's been really stormy and rainy here in the Bay Area. I think most of the state have been storming. So if you're affected, I hope you're doing okay and I hope you're staying dry. It's been a few months, I think, since I've done a regular Flosstube. I did film a whip parade last month to show all of the projects that I was bringing on for 2024. So I hope you had a chance to look at that video. If not, feel free to check it out. I've done a lot of stitching in January, so I'll be showing that in a bit. Yeah, it's just been really busy here. It's been chaotic. We had to go to a funeral in January, and then I am currently on year-end close for my company, and so I've been extremely tired. For those of you who don't know, I work in finance, and so I'm the head of revenue at my company, and so I have been mostly buried reading customer contracts and looking at all of that good stuff. So yeah, it's been good, but I'm ready for the next fiscal year. Yes, I'm wearing a comfy. It's cold out here, so we're filming this on my lunch break, so hopefully this video isn't going to take too long. So new year, I feel like I feel like a new person. I have been FFOing a lot of my projects, which is really cool. I feel like I've never really FFO'd anything. So it's been fun. Basically, in December, my husband, aka Santa Claus, got me a sewing machine for Christmas, and so I have been teaching myself how to use it. I have been buying fabrics to turn into things. I'm really excited. Not cross stitch fabrics, but like actual like sewing fabrics. Like I went to Joann's with my sister. We went and went shopping. That was really fun. Picked up a lot of fabrics from bolts and all of that stuff. So that's an experience. I've never done that before, and so that was really fun, picking out fabric colors, and I bought more fabrics online. And yeah, I feel like I've made a lot of progress. So I've never really sewed before. Like I've never sewed with a sewing machine. I think the most experience I've had is helping my grandma put the thread in the needle, because she had like the mechanical Singer, like really old-fashioned sewing machine back in the day, and so that was like what I remember. But that is the extent of my sewing capabilities beforehand. And so I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos, and yeah, so ever since I got the sewing machine, I have been FFOing some of my projects. That has been really fun. So far, I'm obsessed making them into pillows, and I actually just tried my hand on a flat finish this weekend, so that was super fun. Yeah, so I guess, I'm sorry, I'm a little bit all over the place, but I guess that's where we'll start. Let me show you the 3 projects that I ended up doing an FFO on. So let me see if I can find it. Whoops. So the very first one that I did, this is the Chessie and Me Halloween house that I finished in October, and I basically turned it into a pillow. I don't want to show them. Like I basically picked up this fabric from Joann's as part of like a fat quarter bundle Halloween pack that was on clearance. I found it like by the register, so I went ahead and turned it into a pillow. Oh, it's so cute. I watched the Primrose Cottage. They had a lot of like finishing videos, and so I watched that religiously and finally got the courage to turn into it. So this was my very first one, and I'm super happy. I think it looks super cute, and I really like the coordinating fabric. With this, I need to figure out how to fully close the back. So when I watched the Primrose Cottage video, what they did was they basically put a hole in the middle so that you can turn the project in and out. But with that, you also have to like stitch it back up. And so I did that for this first one, and it doesn't look good like fully in the back. And so I'm gonna put like a ribbon in here once I get it, so that you can't really see where that line is. So I think that I will do that. And then in the future for my pillows, I have been putting the hole at the top so that it doesn't seem as obvious. So yeah, but yeah, this was my first FFO. This was super fun. I'm still learning how to like sew straight. Hopefully that will get better in time. It's just practice. I also ended up hemming my husband's pants. I watched a lot of TikTok videos on how to do that, so that was super fun. I bought like all of these things, so it's been really fun. I think like it's been quite an adventure. But yeah, that was my first finish. The second finish that I did, if you remember, this is the Clean Day by Soda Stitch, and this was our project for my first soda sal. And so I finally turned this into an FFO. Again, it's a pillow because I told you I was obsessed with it. This is the coordinating fabric that I picked out. This was just like a random fat quarter scrap that I found at Joann's that I really liked. And then I actually ended up adding some rickrack to it. The rickrack is from Lady Dot Creates. And yeah, this was super fun. I actually was putting this together when I went on a Zoom call with my table for friends. And so it was basically a trial and error for me. I know exactly what to do next time that I have to create a pillow. I didn't really do the rickrack properly, but I also don't want to unpick it and redo it just because I want to signify like this was my very first pillow where I put like a rickrack trim to it. So, I want to be able to see my progression on how I've been doing my FFO. But yeah, I'm so excited. It is super cute. Also, I'm so happy to be able to like finally like display some of my stuff. So yeah. I'm just happy I'm finally being able to use some of my supplies. Like I've had this gigantic bag of polyfill that's been sitting at my office for like over a year, and I haven't really used it. I literally bought a gigantic bag because I wanted to do the Just Nan mouse. But then like the Just Nan mouse is so small, like you literally just need like this much. And so I'm sitting on like a giant like bag of it. So now that I've been turning a lot of these into pillows, I'm finally being able to use stuff from my stash. So that's great. And then my very last one, you guys haven't actually seen this because I haven't posted in a while, but this will also count as one of my new starts for 2024. It's my second finish, but this is it. This is my finish for Valentine's Day. So this is Big Hearted Tiny Town by Heart and Hand, and I ended up putting it into a flat finish. I was watching a handful of videos just to figure out how to do a flat finish. So I basically did a combination of a bunch of videos. Like I was watching Vanna Pfeiffer, I watched Caterpillar Cross Stitch, and I also watched, I can't fully remember the name. It was like Chantel's like 141 design or something like that. But she also had like a very helpful tutorial on how to do these. So basically, once I was done with the finish. I ironed it and then I laced it. Actually, I didn't want to hot glue it, but I laced it and then I put it in a mat board. I didn't have a big enough mat board, so I picked these up from Amazon. I picked up like a pack of 25 mat boards, but the size wasn't big enough, and originally I was gonna go ahead and buy the bigger size, but I was watching one of those videos and they had the exact same issue, and all they did was they just ended up putting together the mat boards to fit what they needed, and then they scotch taped it and it was like good to go. So I basically did the exact same thing, and so I was actually able to put these two together. This was so fun. So this is I'm a little bummed about that, but that's fine. Again, this is my first time doing a flat finish, but so the pattern was stitched on 36 count old sheep from Extrude Designs, and I mainly used the called for flosses. I think the only difference is this pink house right here. I ended up using the DMC conversion because the called for is Ripe Melon by Classic Colorworks, and it's completely sold out everywhere, and I couldn't really find a like good enough conversion from my stash of over dyes, and so I just went ahead and did DMC. It is like a very small piece, and so I didn't think it was like, you know, it's gonna make like a huge difference, and I think it turned out super cute. This also stitched up super fast. I think that this took me about 4 stitching days and then another day to fully finish this into this flat finish. So super fun if you are, you know, if you'd like to finish this just in time for Valentine's Day. I think it's completely doable. I just want to point out how cute these hearts are. Like, these came with the chart. I thought it was super cute. Super easy to like put together. One thing I changed, it's not really a change, I actually didn't read the instructions carefully, but this is a Smyrna cross, and I thought the Smyrna cross was supposed to be the color Sticks and Twigs, but then afterwards, when I was done, when I was reading the instructions for the rest of the back stitch, it turns out this was supposed to be like licorice red or like one of those colors. I didn't want to frog it out because I didn't think it really made such a huge difference in the design. So I just went ahead and left it as is. And then once I was done, I ironed it, put the beads together, and then I started assembling it the next day for a finish. So yeah, it was super fun. I again put some rickrack on it. The rickrack is again from Lady Dot Creates. And then this really cute fabric, super cute Valentine's Day themed. This is a Primrose Cottage Valentine's Day pack that I picked up from their website on Etsy. And so I picked up a bunch of these patterns. They're all fat quarter bundles. I ended up using half of that for this piece, if you'd like to understand like how much, like, you know, how much fabric it takes. So yeah, I thought it was super cute. I'm so happy for this finish, and I have been ironing. I bought an iron. I didn't buy the fancy, what is it called, like Oliso, the one that costs $200. I'm just not there yet. I don't think I should be buying a really expensive iron at the beginning. So I told my husband if he'd like to surprise me for my birthday, I would love an iron. So we'll see. We'll see in April if I get an iron. If not, it's not a big deal. I think I bought like a cheap Black & Decker iron for like $15 on Amazon, so that if I end up messing it up, I'm not gonna be sad about it. So far though, it's working out really well. I've been ironing a lot of things. This just got a little bit messed up, but I don't think it's bad. So yeah, I'm so happy. I absolutely love this finish. And so I think like for the future, so I do own all of the tiny towns. I've collected all of them. And so I'm going to be finishing them all in a similar style, because what I'm going to do is I am going to put the I'm going to put some washers in the back. There is like a board that I was looking at. It's like a wooden board from Joann's. I just need to go and pick it up. But I was thinking of putting it in there, and then I can switch these out for all of the different seasons. So yeah, but yeah, I think it's so cute. I just can't get over how adorable this is. Really proud of my finish. I showed it to my husband as soon as I was done. I was like, look what I finished. So you know, he always humors me. He said whatever makes me happy. So yeah, they're really cute. Yeah, so I've been really proud. So this is what I've been working on the last few months. And so I have just been displaying it in the back. So really cool. Okay, so sorry, I'm a little winded. It's been a while. Let's talk about the last time that I put up a video. So I know a lot of people have book of days, which is what they use to track what they've stitched on. I have something similar. So this is the planner that I'm using. I picked this up when I went to Japan a few months ago. Just because like the book of days is quite big for me. And so, and I always like, I like low maintenance, because if I have to put stickers and stuff, I'm not gonna do it. I just really want to write down what I used, because half the time I actually forget to do it. So I'm literally sometimes just catching up. So anyway, am glad that I have something like this, because it does help me keep track of what I worked on. So for the month of January, I actually did work a lot. I'm actually debating, should I show you what I ended up finishing? I technically showed it in my whip parade as part of my finish parade, but just in case you did not get a chance to watch my whip parade, I did have a finish. I did have a finish in December. I don't know if I've ever shown this in a regular Flosstube in December. If I have, and this is like a repeat, apologies, but in case I didn't, this is a finish that I did. This is from Plum Street Sampler, called My Heart's Welcome, and I finished and started this in December. It is super cute. I've already cut the fabric in a very small piece, and I am going to again turn this into a pillow, because I'm obsessed with pillows. So that is what I'm doing. I really love this, and so I've just been practicing my sewing skills before I actually turn this into a pillow. Also, I have a fabric in mind already, just not 100% sure how I want to finish this. The pattern has chenille trimming on the side, and I just need to figure out how to put those on before I finish it. So that is my December finish. So that's that. And then I do have one finish in January that I haven't FFO'd yet, but basically this is my first finish for 2024, and this is Feast of Friendship by Blackbird Designs. If you guys remembered, I started this in November when I went to my trip to Japan, and I ended up finishing it a lot of you have left a comment because I was asking what year to put, 23 versus 24. I ended up just putting 24 because it felt a little weird putting 23. But it's okay. Like, I know I'll always remember this as like a project that I started in Japan, finished a majority of it in 2023, and then I just finished like the house in 2024. So I do have to say, this house was a beast. And so everything else took like stitched up super fast. Like I didn't think it was like bad at all. But wow, when I got to the house took a lot of power. So here's the house. First of all, let's talk about the roof. Look how beautiful the roof is. This is like harvest, autumn like theme. And then the house, if you are seeing multiple colors, that's because there was like at least 3 different colors on these houses, like the blues, and like it looks like it's like turning into a different color. That's because there were 3 different colors in here. So I thought the shading was really cool. But yeah, it did took a lot of like willpower to finish off this design, but wow, I absolutely loved it. I'm so excited. I'm still trying to figure out how I'd like to finish this. So originally I was thinking, okay, maybe I'll finally get a frame and put this on. But now that I'm also learning how to do like a flat finish, I was thinking maybe it would also be good to maybe do maybe like a flat fold. So it's like a flat finish that you can put up as like a frame. So it will have like 2 cardboards like this. So I'm thinking maybe that. I haven't FFO'd this because I don't have any fall fabrics yet. So I want to get a coordinating fabric if I am gonna do like a flat finish or a flat fold. So we shall see, but I would love to get this FFO'd by Thanksgiving. Usually I'm not here for Thanksgiving, but I do want to put this up in November for for at least like decor, because I think it's really pretty. Really love it. Also, I like that the model stitch also has BA on it, so I didn't actually have to make any changes. But yeah, here it is again, one last time. Feast of Friendship. So pretty. I originally started this project with Jordan, the tattooed stitcher. So she is on her way and making progress on her. So if you'd like to go and check out her progress, go ahead and go to her channel. So yeah, really pretty. So that is my finish. Okay, so far 2 finishes for 2024. That Feast of Friendship, and then I finished the Valentine. I'm trying to be a bit more selective in what I start, just because I do like making progress in all of my projects. Okay, so I had a few starts. So I showed this on my whip parade, but this was my New Year start. It's sitting in this beautiful winter project bag by Sheba Designs. I've only worked on this for 1 day, so I do need to pick this back up soon. But this is my new start for 2024. This is called Winter Moon by Plum Street Samplers. For now, you can only get this as a kit from Country Sampler. I want to say that's the name of the website, Country Sampler. So yeah, I bought this as a kit. I really love it. Look at that house. I'm obsessed with houses. So I bought this kit. It came relatively fast. And so I was able to start it. And I have not, okay, excuse like those super bad wrinkles. I just haven't like really touched on it or ironed it or anything. And this is the back. So silly. But yeah, this is my very small start on it. It will get a lot more progress later this year. For now, I am prioritizing other projects. So, but this will definitely make a comeback later this year. So we'll definitely see more stitching there because I absolutely love this design. It has so many pretty colors. And then I just want to show you the flosses. I transferred it to floss drops. So these floss drops were super cute. This was actually a gift from Jordan that she gifted me for Christmas. I thought it was super cute. So actually she gave me two sets of There are a lot of there are some colors that have repeats for this project, and so I've only loaded up, like if there's multiple skeins on it, I've only loaded up the first one. But yeah, it was super cute. Actually, this one I bought from Lorinda. I don't know where the other one is, but yeah, this is not it. It doesn't have anything. But yeah, these are some of the colors. It's really pretty. And the floss drops are from the Mary Crow, Lorinda. She will actually be at Stitch West if you would like to see these in person. But look at what Jordan gave me. It's so cute. Look at these puppies. I'm obsessed with dogs. As you know, I have one. So I just want to point out how cute it is. Look. It is so pretty. So I'm loading up the flosses as I go. So yeah. So that is my progress for Winter Moon. That was one day. It was kind of pathetic, but I will definitely have more progress later on this year. So that will not stay the way that it is. So yeah, that is Winter Moon. Next one. Sorry. So what I did was I basically, what I've decided to speed up my stitching process is I loaded up my Q snaps and my hoops on all the projects I want to work on for the month, so that, you know, every day if I want to switch out a project, it's already loaded. Because if I have to keep loading and unloading each night, I'm just never gonna make enough progress, just because it takes a lot of time. But I'm going over January stuff and I've already unloaded those projects back up because I wanted to load up February. So taking a little bit of time. Trying to remember which project bags they are in. So bear with me. Okay. So project that I worked on in January, I worked on this for 2 days, but this is Christmas Elegance from Mirabilia, and I worked on this for Mira Monday. So I worked on it for 2 Mira Mondays. I made some progress on the green. It is quite a large project. This is on a 32 count opal linen from Bestitch Me. I believe it's called Whimsical. I got this as a fabric of the month a few years ago, so I thought it was beautiful. I actually really love this. So yeah, this is my project progress. The purple is for 2024 stitching. So that's basically what my progress has been. Showing you what the pattern looks like so you can see the end result. This is what that project will look like once it's done. So I have quite a bit to go. This was basically, this is my project that I work on for Sarah's So Fancy D-Day Sal. And so I've been pulling this. I pulled this for a second time that she celebrated this using this hashtag. And so I'm going to keep doing it until this project is finished. There's quite a bit of beads for this project. It is one of the older Mirabilias. This is MD6, so this is the 6th Mirabilia design. This is from 1994, so it is on the older side, but absolutely love it. There is a lot of errors on the material list, so basically make sure that you check that out if you ever want to start this project, because there are some errors in how many materials you need for some of the flosses, so be on the lookout for that. Let's see. Okay, so I don't have the project with me, but I already sent this off. It is my round robin pinup girl. I finished girl number 5, and I am working on the very last piece. It will be on Jamie's fabric, teeny weeny stitches, and after that we are done. So I'm really excited to see what my end results on my fabric will look like. Jordan has my fabric, and so I'm really excited to see everything come together, and I will be finishing that as well, most likely a flat finish similar to my tiny town. That way I'll be able to just look at it and display it. Might be quite large, so we'll see how it looks like. You know, we'll see how that looks like. Okay, so a project that I finished. So I'm gonna count this as a finish in January, a mini finish because it's quite large, but this is my Village of Hawran Hollow. And so in January, I actually finished block number 1. I'm gonna call this a mini finish because this sucker is huge. It took a lot of time. So I'm gonna call this a finish. I'm gonna call each block a finish, I don't care. But yeah, this is block number 1. It is so pretty. So for Village of Hawran Hollow, I'm stitching this on a 36 count parchment by Swigart. I got this from a stash deal, like unload on Facebook. I got that fabric, and then for the flosses, I am using a mixture of the converted DMC plus plus floss from Stash, which are basically Victoria Motto. I did some conversion on my own because I have a lot of Victoria Motto threads. So I converted some of the colors. I don't have a lot of them. I think like I did half because the other half I couldn't find a conversion of. So I just used DMC. But yeah, I'm loving how this looks like. And so I'm going to try to finish another block in the next few like months. I want to get like a good amount of progress. So we'll see how far I go. But yeah, this was my finish in January. Let me show you what that looks like. So this is what the pattern looks like. As you can see, it is huge. So I finish up that block, and I think I'm gonna go through this block right here, block number 2 or this one. Either one, I'm gonna get them done. But yeah, this is what those blocks look like. I have the converted in here in the back, so we shall see how far I go. So yeah, really excited. Honestly, I have been loving stitching one floss of thread over 2, so 1/2 stitching has been amazing. I absolutely love it. It's been really weird going back to like a 32 count or even a 28. Going from like, I've been stitching 36 and 40 count for the past month, and so whenever I go back to stitch on a 28 and 32, the holes are so big. I was like, whoa. It's a huge difference. So it's been fun though, going back and forth. There's that. And then let's see what else is on my list. So I did that. Okay, so where did it go? So for Bella Filipina Friday, so basically every Friday, I have been pulling up my Bella Filipina. This is a hashtag that is, this is a hashtag sponsored by James of James the PH Stitcher and Grace of Gracefully Slow Stitcher. And they host Bella Filipina Friday. And so I've decided for 2024 that I will join because I do have quite a stash of Bella Filipina. And so I wanted to work on Poison Apple. So I have been putting Poison Apple every single Friday to make some progress on it. As you can see, this has been a really good amount of progress. This is basically stitching days. This is like 7 days. So as you can see, it stitches up quite a bit. This is, I believe, about like 35% done for that project. So it looks really good. These are like petite treasure braids because I did opt for the petite treasure braid option versus cryneck. So yeah, this is super cool. I also saw that Drin just released Jasmine. So it's called like the Magic Lamp and it looks amazing. So I am gonna go and pick that up later this year because I am collecting. I've already collected Alice, which was the next installment after Snow White, that I'm gonna also go get Jasmine. So it's been really awesome. But yeah, this is my project. I've been working on this every Friday, and this is basically going to stay every single Friday until I have finished it because I absolutely love this. This is on a 32 count Lugana from Hand Dyed by Rolanda, and it is absolutely beautiful. It's very whimsical. I absolutely love it. So I'm excited to continue making progress. So if you ever have a Bella Filipina and you want to stitch on it, feel free to use it. If you're free on a Friday, use the hashtag Bella Filipina Friday. So beautiful. Next up, Sew to Stitch Saturday. So for the past few weeks, so I have been working on, I was working on Pinup Girl because I definitely have a deadline for that. I did want to send that out as soon as I can, but after I was done with Pinup Girl number 5, I managed to put in some stitches on my Puppy Bakery by Sew to Stitch, and so this is my progress. Sorry for the hanging thread, but that's how I work. This is my progress, and so I have finally been able to finish that table right there with the jams and the bread, and then finally finish. I finally started on the second puppy on this thread, on this project. So yeah, it's super cute. It's gonna come up sometime again later this year. So I do eventually want to finish this project. This is on a 28 count Opal Lugana from Fantasy Dyed Fabrics. I got this off like a stash, like a D stash. So I don't have the actual color, but yeah, it is so pretty. I always love Sew to Stitch, so I'm excited to continue making progress. I basically stitch on sodas every Saturday. I also have a hashtag called Soda Stitch Saturday if you'd like to join. Also feel free to tag me so I can see your progress. So yeah, that is Puppy Bakery. I'll talk about plans for February so you can see what else I have worked. What else are my plans? Finished, I showed that off. So another thing, I have quite a lot. So one thing that I have been stitching on, this is Peppermint House by Pansy Patch Quilts. So this is it. This is Peppermint House, and this is how far I've gotten in January. I'm going to try to finish this month. So this is stitched on 40 count Swiss Mocha by Grace Notes Fabric. So basically Pansy Patch came out with the Peppermint Lane series, and so Peppermint House is the first installment of the series. I have all 9, so I've started off with 1, and then my original thought process on this is to actually make it like a village. So Pansy Patch did create a template that has like the border if you want to turn this into a village, but as I was doing this and then I got into FFOing my project, I actually think I might do these one by one into a pillow, but we'll see how I feel after I finish the first one. But yeah, because I did start on the border, that's like, this is from that free border template from Pansy Patch, so we'll see how I feel about that. But yeah, so far this is my progress. I originally intended to finish 1 house per month. There's 9 houses in the series, so that I figured like, oh, I have more than enough time to like finish this before, you know, the holidays come around. But I underestimated how much effort these houses actually take. I actually thought I was gonna be done once I'm done with the house, and then I realized there's like a second portion in here, which are the vases. So I don't think I'll be able to finish 1 house per month, which I obviously didn't because it's now February. So we shall see how long each house will take me. This is probably also why I don't know if I want to turn it into a village, but I will be counting each house as a finish, even though they're in one huge fabric. But yeah, again, this is it. So yeah, I'm gonna try to get some stitching done on that. The next one, where did it go? The next one is my Hannah Dawson 1831 sampler from Fox and Rabbit Design. I ended up adding in like these birds right here in the flowers in January. So it's really pretty. It is so beautiful. It's very dainty. So I do hope to, I'm gonna try to get a finish on this year. I absolutely love this project. I know I say that about all of my projects, but it's true. I love every single one of them. And the reason why I really like this one is it uses the Belle Soie silks from Classic Colorwork. So it's like super nice and silky. I would hope so because those silks costed a lot of money, but yeah, it's been a really fun stitch. This is my very first project that I started working on 40 count. This is on a 40 count even weave for doll even weave from Be Stitch Me called Lightly Roasted but Not Salted, something like that. It was one of those like Be Stitch Me fabrics that had like a really fun name. And so yeah, this was super fun. Really love these. So I'm gonna put on some more. Maybe I'll try to like work on these like at least like a little bit of flowers during Sunday. So we'll see how much more progress I make in February. There's that. Like I said, I touched on a lot of projects in January. There's just quite a lot. What else? Okay, so I went to San Diego for a week. We had a family death, and so we went to San Diego for a week to attend a funeral and just to be with family. And so while I was there, I did end up bringing a project just to take my mind off things. And so I ended up bringing Goody Grimwood by Plum Street Sampler, and I was able to make some progress on it. So this is the project so far. So the last time you saw it, I've only had these two flowers. So while I was there for the week, I worked on this moon right here. So that one stitched up really fast. This is what the pattern looks like. Goody Grimwood by Plum Street Sampler. So basically this is the part that I'm working on. It's stitched up super fast. I am mostly stitching this using the called for. I did have to make some adjustments because some of the colors just look really different from like the cover, and I don't know if it's just a dye lot of the threads that I got. So some of them I did end up swapping so it looks much closer to the cover. Like for example, this one I ended up switching it because the DMC that I have is a lot different. So this is what the finished project will look like. I absolutely love this too. So you're definitely gonna see more of this later this year because I definitely want to finish this moon. It's stitched up pretty fast. I think I only got like 2 stitching days on it, so it's not like I mean I didn't go there to like stitch and stuff. Like I just did this like on my free time. So yeah, it did stitch up pretty fast for the amount of hours that I put in, but I'm excited to make more progress, especially like when you get to the bird where this lady is sitting on. That would be really fun. The house would be super fun. So excited to make more progress on that. What else? Oh, I wanted to quickly show you because I went on a trip, but basically it's such a lifesaver to have like this kinds of thread bed. This is from Sheba Design. This was gifted to me by Amber of Rogue Mama Stitcher. But inside was my travel scissors that I just dropped, and now I have to figure out where it went. But basically it had my Kohana travel scissors in it. Oh, there it is. Basically these are the snips that I brought with me. This has no issue going through TSA if you ever want to know. This is yeah, has no problem going through, and so it just looks like this. All right, so that's Goody Grimwood. So whew, what else? I'm starting to get sleepy. I have not really been sleeping much. What else? Okay, so after Tiny Town. So I worked on Christmas Elegance for Mira Monday, and then I busted out Garden Party by Mirabilia, and then I stared at it and I was like, I really do not like how my stitches are laying in here. I was really bummed about it, but I have actually decided to restart Garden Party once more. So I'm about to go through a 3rd restart of Garden Party. I am in the process of picking out a new fabric. I'm not going to, sorry about that. I'm not going to throw away my fabric that I use. I'm gonna put it in my stash. I'm just gonna remove all the stitching. But yeah, it's just really not working out. And so I'm gonna restart it on a different fabric, a lighter fabric, and see where we go from there. So that was one of my Mira Mondays. That was like me figuring out what to do. And so because I didn't want to work on Garden Party, I ended up switching my project that I wanted to focus on. So instead of putting a focus on Garden Party for January, I ended up putting a focus on Gypsy Mermaid. So and I made quite a bit of progress on it. I was really excited. This is what the pattern looks like. It's super pretty. And so this is my progress. Ooh, I dropped the project bag. Yeah, this is my progress so far. So the tail looks amazing. Like, look how vibrant that tail is. It is just beautiful. I think like it's just beautiful. This was, how many weeks is that? This is 3 stitching days. This is technically 4 because I had 1 stitching day and then I did 3 for January. 3 weeks of Mira Mondays. This just looks amazing. Stitched up super fast, and so it has a lot of beautiful Karen water lilies that I'm completely obsessed about. Like, look at these colors. They're beautiful. There's a lot more, so I'm excited. This will probably come back up in like June, July, like basically during the summer months. I'm gonna bust this out again and make some more progress. But yeah, this is my progress the 3 weeks in January for Mira Monday. Absolutely love it. Oh, also, just an FYI, like Mira Monday was started by Lisa of Cross by Floss. So she is the one who started this hashtag, and so I've been using it every Monday to join. I know a lot of people use her hashtag as well. So if you ever want to join, work on a Mira on a Monday, you know, Mira Monday stitching. Really pretty. I love it so much. This fabric is a 32 count fabric from Fiberlicious called Mermaid Mules. This is one of those like fabric of the month club. I was there for I think 2 years, and so I've accumulated quite a stash, and so they are so beautiful. They work really great for fancy ladies. That's what I've been using my stash on. So yeah, really beautiful. And then I have 2 more projects I worked on. So for January. So first of all, I have been working on my Sail at the Bubbling Cauldron by Praiseworthy Stitches. Let me see. Do this so you can see. So this is my progress. This is a start that I did at Stitch West with Jordan. And so I have been basically working on this on the 13th and the last day of the month. And so basically like 30 or 31st. Oh my God, I'm just so tired. Yeah. So this is my progress so far. This is so pretty. I finally touched on the really hard part. But this one has like fractional stitches, so I'm gonna have to really pay attention to the cover. But yeah, this is my progress. It's been super fun. I absolutely love the colors. If you are working on like, if you've ever worked on like another one of their Halloween pieces, a lot of the colors overlap. So if you have leftover stash, you can definitely get started on the project. Sorry, I'm just super sleepy. I'm trying to find, yeah, this is the cover. I wanted to show you what the finished project looks like. So yeah, this is what the finished project looks like. It is not a lot. This is half the size of Widow Black B&B. So if you think that was daunting and that's what's keeping you from starting, that you can definitely start this piece. It's much smaller and it's so cute. I absolutely like this one. it's like when you stitch, you like all of a sudden discover like a character will pop up. So for example, like when I was stitching it, like all of a sudden this cat popped up and it was just so adorable. It's just so cool. So I'm excited. This is basically gonna get it worked on. My goal is to finish this by October, so we shall see, hopefully. So there's that. And then finally, the other project that I worked on in January is my going to grandma's that I have started with my table for friends at Queen City. So this is my project so far. If you're wondering why does this look different than when you first started, that's because I restarted it. So oh my god, I don't know, I'm just so tired. So that's not true. I know why I'm tired. I'm just like, I need more coffee. So going to grandma's. So I started this on 40 count Agua Fresca by Grace Notes, but I didn't pay attention to the design to see that I have that there's some fractional 1/1 stitching on it, and so with a 40 count it was really tough for me, and it also has some blends with like DMC and blending filament. And so I just decided, like, as much as I love that fabric for this piece, it's just really not gonna work out. So I restarted it. This is True Blue by Fox and Rabbit. This is on a 36 count. So I've started this. I've also restarted it in the middle. Originally, I started it on the corner. So I did a complete overhaul of the project, but I had been working on this on the days that, you know, has a 4 in it. So I didn't get to work on it yesterday, but I'll keep up. But I basically worked on this like 1 day a month last January. So, you know, I try to make what I can. I do have a Zoom scheduled with the ladies, and so hopefully I can bust this out. The only thing with this is like it is a little bit harder to see, and so I really need good lighting when I stitch on this. But other than that, again, I love Praiseworthy, so this has been super fun. So yeah, so that is it that I've really worked on for January. So for February, what are my plans? Actually, I think I started this in January. Yes, I did. Sorry. This is a new start in January. So this is my new start. I actually started this with the Big Heart Tiny Town, but this is called Love Always by Annie B's Folk Art. I don't have my project bag. I left it outside, but this is my progress. This is 2 days of stitching. It stitches up really fast. I knocked out this house, and the house is like the big part. So I'm aiming to get this done hopefully way before next week. I'm hoping to get this done by the end of this week, but we'll see. You know, life does happen, but that way I can also FFO this just in time for Valentine's Day. But it is just so pretty. I'm mostly stitching this using the called for, except I did switch out this color to a Victoria Motto floss. This is supposed to be Clay Pot by Classic Colorworks, but when I was stitching it, it was coming out a little bit muted, and so I just decided to stitch this like a different color. So I think this is called like 1820 Coral from Victoria Motto, and it's turning out really well. But yeah, hopefully by the next Flosstube, you will see an FFO of this. So that's what I've started and have been continuing to stitch. February plans. So February plans, I try to keep these loose because I do always change my mind. I stitch how I'd like it to be, but let's see, what do I have? I want to finish pinup girl number 6. I'm gonna prioritize that because I do want to send that out so that it's done. You know, I want the girls to like see what they have, and so um I'm gonna try to get that done soon. I did start on it already, and I think I put in like 300 stitches so far. So each one is about 1,000, so I'm a little like a third there. Next up, so I'm gonna finish Love Always just in time for Valentine's Day. I am going to stitch on going to grandma's probably on the 24th and the 18th, which is when we'll have our Zoom call. And then I'm gonna work on Sale of the Bubbling Cauldron on the 13th. For Mira Monday. So Mira Monday for February, my plan was to do Delphine Butterfly Brigade. But last night I was staring at it. First of all, I had a hard time reorienting myself because I made this error. I deleted my original Good Notes file for Delphine. And then because I didn't like how I took the picture, so I retook the picture. But then like when I was like looking at it, I was like, why did I delete the file? I don't know where it started because Delphine has huge blocks of color. And so I had to basically, it took me like 30 minutes to figure out like where I started and left off. And then I was looking at my stitching. I actually didn't like it at all. So I am going to restart Delphine later on in my life. So for now, I'm going to dismantle Delphine. I do like the fabric that I chose, which is Unicorn Dreams. Let me actually show you. See, it was even in my Q-snap. This is Delphine. I absolutely love the fabric. I just am not liking how it's looking. It looks fine from far away, but like I can't. It's just not, I just don't feel good stitching it, and it's such a huge project. I want to make sure like I'm happy with it. So I'm gonna unpick all my stitches so I can reuse this fabric. This is Unicorn Dreams by Fiberlicious. And then when I'm ready, I'm gonna rebuy this fabric, but on a different count. So currently this is on 28. And so I'm gonna rebuy this to make it into 32 count, which will actually be better because the 28, I think I have like an inch margin on it on the side. So with 32, I'll have a little bit more. So that's what I'll be doing. So for now, for Mira Monday, instead of Delphine, I am going to be restarting Garden Party, and I will share with you my progress, like what fabric I end up choosing for it later, because I am still in the middle of choosing the fabric. So yeah, we will see from there. Trying to remember what other ones, but yeah, I think I'm just gonna focus on the Love Always project to finish. Bella Filipina Friday, I'll be working on Snow White. Oh, so to Stitch Saturday for February, I will be working on Elf Tree. So this is my progress so far for Elf Tree. So I will be pulling these out on Saturdays for the month of February if anybody would like to continue and join us. I started this with Jordan, and a few of you have joined us on Elf Tree. So I know like Jill, I'm blanking on her Flosstube name. I see Jill Stitches. She changed her YouTube name. It used to be I Good Idea, and then she changed it. I think it's C Jill Stitch. I will link down her like YouTube, her Flosstube and Instagram on the description box. But she joined us. There's a few more people. I think Rachel from Talking Dog or maybe I convinced her to start. I can't remember. I'm so sorry. I'm really tired. But yeah, join us if you'd like. This is elf tree. This is really pretty. So yeah, that's what I'm working on for Saturdays, and I think that's it for now. I'm gonna go through a quick haul. I received a bunch of Stitchy kindness for Christmas, but I'm not gonna show it because I got it in December and I put it away already. But big thanks to Jordan and Sarah for sending me some stuff. They were really beautiful. I love receiving gifts. It's so fun. But you'll see it throughout the year because I will be starting them all or using whatever they sent me. So stay tuned for that. I bought some patterns. So this is Primrose Cottage, called Valentine's Day Quaker. So I did buy this. I was hoping to be able to squeeze this in for Valentine's Day, but we shall see if I can make it. If not, you know, there's always next year. It's so pretty. And then the big one that I've had, String Theory Needle Art had like this one-day flash sale where all of their patterns went 25% off. And so I picked up quite a bit of patterns. So I picked up Prairie Schooler. This is July. I picked this up because I really like this yellow house. Also, I am going to like the Clam Festival in Maine in July, the one in Yarmouth. I'm going to be going with my husband's family. And so I thought this was really on point. It has like lobsters and stuff, so there's going to be tons of lobsters over there, so I thought that was appropriate. I picked up these 3 gathering patterns from Annie B's. So this is Gathering Strawberries, Gathering Pumpkins, and Gathering Holly. These will be fun. And then I picked up a bunch of Plum Street samplers. Hold on, let me grab them real quick. It's actually over there. I will show it to you in a different video. I don't feel like standing up, but I picked up a copy of My Early Days. I kind of want to start it this year. I also picked up the remaining sampler boxes that I didn't have. I picked up summer and spring. So I already have autumn and winter. So I picked those up. And then the other patterns that I haven't been able to show you, I picked up Shepherd Song. So I definitely want to start that in April. I picked up Living on a Hill, something like that. It's the one with the whale. I really want to start that one. That one's also huge. And then I have another one called In Friendship. So those were the other 3 that I haven't been able to show you, but I'll show it to you on like a different video. Yeah, other than that, that's really it. I have been buying a lot of sewing stuff, but they're quite, you know, they're the quilting. They're like the mats that you use to like cut your fabrics. I think they're called like quilting mats. And then I bought a rotary cutter. You know, just like basic stuff that you need to like have for like sewing. So yeah, that's really it. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. I hope that you've all had a great start of your year, and I hope that you all have a great rest of the month. I will see you in a few weeks, everybody. Thanks again for watching. Bye.